Chemicals are in everything, and you just can't escape it. I'm sure that we've all heard somebody who said that or something similar to that. Essentially just relinquishing our control and expecting that there's nothing much we can do about it. This is just our reality. Why fight it? I can see why somebody would take that stance. After all, I mean, a lot of these products, a lot of these things, we use them every day. We've seen our family use them. We've seen our friends use them. We've maybe used them ourselves for years and years. It can be a little bit uncomfortable to take a deeper dive as to what's in these products. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Elevate Meditations. I go into all things health and wellness and personal growth. Today, I wanted to take a bit of a deeper dive as to the chemicals and the additives that are in our everyday products and even our food. A lot of what my general understanding of bigger corporations were, or my expectation, I guess, is I just assumed that these corporations were looking into the best ways to make these products, the safest way to make these products. After all, they are the ones that are in this business. And I assumed that they had our best interest at heart. And it was kind of a rude awakening for me to realize that that just wasn't the case. A lot of it was profit-based. A lot of it had nothing to do with whether it was safe. We live in Canada, so a lot of things that are banned in Europe are not banned here. So sometimes we have to take a lot more control over what we bring into our homes. We have to take a look at whether things are safe or not. I think that it can be a little bit overwhelming, of course, if you're new to this whole idea. I mean, if you look at anything and everything in your house, there are chemicals in everything. And I think that that's why it can feel so overwhelming, because where do you start? And how do you start? I didn't know that sodium lauryl sulfate causes hair loss. It's things like this that I guess I felt quite naive to kind of realize how bad some of these things were for us. And sodium lauryl sulfate is something that's often used as an additive in shampoos to help it foam up. And I don't know about you, but I would rather my shampoo didn't cause hair loss rather than it being able to foam up really nice. A lot of things that I was really alarmed about was the titanium dioxide in the products that we use every day, the titanium dioxide in your toothpaste, the colorants in your soaps and your shampoos. Like, these things, they don't add any value. I wouldn't care how green my soap looked or how colorful our food is even. Things like BHT in cereal, how damaging this can be for the human body as well. It's supposed to be a preservative that helps the product last longer on the shelf, but at what cost? So about a year ago, I started making my own soap. I started making my own soap because I read the label as to what was in the soap that we were using at that point in time. A lot of the things that were added into the soap, I didn't really understand why it was there. A lot of the colors and the fragrances, it was really unnecessary. The recipe that we use is so much simpler than what was on the back of those labels. We use lye, we use olive oil, coconut oil, shea butter, and castor oil, and then of course essential oils and clay if we wanted to color it. So the fragrances and the dye is all natural, and I feel like it should be this way because a lot of these things, like titanium dioxide, it's often used in beauty products to whiten the product, to whiten the toothpaste, or to whiten the lotions that you're smearing on your face. Like, it's really wholly unnecessary because I don't care how white my products are. It didn't really seem to make any sense as to why these things were there. In terms of lotion, I now make lotion bars for our family. The lotion bars that I make, I will link the recipe down below. So the things I did feel like being creative about and exploring and making myself, I did end up doing. But of course, I can't make everything. I simply don't have enough time in the day, and facing the fact that I am working full time and I'm also a mother, I just don't have the time to make everything by scratch. In saying that, there are other tools we can use to help us make healthier choices for us and for our families. So some of the apps that I use as of recently are the Yucca app. The reason why I like the Yucca app is it gives a rating of the products that you scan in store or even on your shelf if it still has a barcode on it. It gives a rating from 0 to 100 as to whether the product's healthy, if it's safe, the additives that are in it, and it kind of breaks down what the additive is. Because oftentimes if you've ever tried reading the back of a label, You can read what the chemicals are, but you don't understand what they do to the human body. You don't understand, you're not a chemist, you'd have no way of knowing. So I like the app because it explains everything a little bit more in depth. And it also kind of just lets me know and gives me a general idea whether something is good or if it's not. And it's something that is very helpful. Another app you can use is the EWG app. So the EWG app is similar in a lot of ways. It gives you an idea on whether the product is actually safe for your family. I will link both of these apps down below for your ease and use. I'm extremely fortunate that I also have other friends that are in this, I guess, low waste and healthier alternative type of space. I find that the low or zero waste shops tend to be also hand in hand with a more holistic, more natural lifestyle as well. So it's easier for me to delve into it, I guess, because I have friends that are in that circle as well. And it's easier for us to kind of all be striving towards that type of lifestyle. But it's nice to see that there are healthier alternatives out there for us. We don't need to be spending our money on products that are potentially making us sick in the long run. A lot of the studies that are done on these products that deem them safe are very short term. And we have to take responsibility for our health, our well-being, and what we're bringing into our homes, what we're putting on our bodies, what we're feeding our families. So if you are new to this whole thing, I just challenge you to explore a little bit more in depth as to what is in our products and what we're using every day. What kind of additives are in there? What kind of chemicals are in there? Because we can absolutely find a better alternative. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you on the next video.